So, I just think the word Munch Jack is the best word I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, Munch Jack.
Yeah.
This is cheese, isn't there? Monterey Jack. Oh, we'll move on from that. Satire, wit, generally being funny, good-natured. Hello, and a warm welcome back to Newsbag. We are your one-stop shop for everything satire, wit, kind of generally being funny, good-natured. Look at the news.
You picked us up a lot there.
I feel like you've done that intro before as well.
Probably
Very
have.
similar.
Probably have. And still, one day we might live up to it.
He wants that to be like what's written about us on magazines. If I say this enough, people will.
Or not epitaph. When the podcast dies out for lack of originality.
He's already done that once.
Yeah.
But we had a good reason, though, when we stopped for the old...
Pandy?
Yep.
Pandy is that what people are calling it? The old pandy. Yeah.
How are you guys then? Doing all right?
Yeah, good. It's a bit warm, isn't it? A bit warm. It's very British, but... It's
still really hot. Maybe still slightly bunged up from the old hay fever, but that'll be okay. Been off this week, actually. Do you know what I've been doing?
Go on.
You know how I like to keep up with the latest trends?
TikTok dancers, is it?
I've watched the entire first season of Lost. First aired 2004.
He's also already watched it before.
I watched it when it came out, and I always had this in the back of my mind that I'll go back and rewatch it.
I think you should stop after season 2.
Yeah, well, season 2
just goes downhill from there.
I just remember season 2 being really good. They find the button. If you haven't watched it, it's not a spoiler. Actually, I don't care if I give you spoilers. 2004.
Yeah, you're the only person that is like, no, you've seen it. Have you seen it all?
It's really good.
There's so much telly that we need to watch, and you're rewatching Lost.
Yeah, but I'm getting a new appreciation for it now. Alrighty, today we're going to be judged by Jamie.
Jamie.
Jamie's got the button. You've worn it out already. So Jamie's job is to dish out the points, decide who is the better person out of Hannah and myself.
Jamie's definitely found the button.
And I can tell you to stop talking as well.
Mm-hmm. And we can decide whether to listen or not.
Right.
So,
I've heard Jamie as a judge before. We must have done.
Yeah. Pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I can't remember what kind of judge he was. Well, I'm looking forward to finding out.
I think he's firm but fair.
Yeah.
And then as a judge, no idea.
God.
So what let's go to round one, shall we? Round one. Well, Jamie, what are we doing?
We're doing the game with the news cards.
We've still not got this, have we?
So how does it work? For our benefit, because I don't know.
We'll get one of you to read out the card, and then one of you will be telling me it's real, one will be telling me it's fake, and you have to convince me.
Which one?
Either way.
So it's 50. Half of them are real, half of them are fake.
Yeah.
Right. Who's going to read out first?
I think you are, Chris. Actually.
Okay. Am I doing it so it's real or fake?
Real.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're going, yeah. What? Chris is going to try and convince you that this fake story is real.
Yeah.
You don't know what it is yet. Okay. Colourblind cricketer to drop out of tournament as he can't see the ball.
I shouldn't laugh.
Wait for his name. Yorkshire captain Gary Balance may miss his side's county championship match against Surrey due to his colourblindness. Balance admitted that he has previously played with a pink ball, but he struggled to see it. I'm going to have a few net sessions with it, he said. If I can't see it, I can't see it. If you can't see the ball, you can't play cricket.
That's not cricket, is it?
That quote alone should tell you that that's not true.
Quite, if you can't see it, I can't see it. So that's it. He's dropping out. I don't know why he's only just realised this now.
Also, I feel like, again, think about this. Obviously, we're getting quite inclusive now, as we should do, and we'll just give him a pink ball to play with. You can't tell someone they can't play in the tournament because they can't see the ball.
Well, I think he's struggled to see even the pink balls. Aren't they normally pink? Like, that's the standard colour, isn't it?
I thought they were normally red.
I thought they were white.
Definitely not white.
Like golf?
They're definitely... I'm not even sure they're white.
Nothing like golf.
Oh, yeah, cricket's that one, isn't it? Over the arm.
Aren't they white and black? You know, like in football. Yeah, I don't know why he's only just realising this now, but we are moving into an era of inclusivity, as we should.
Funnily enough, I was going to make the same argument that Hannah just made. Surely they would just change the colour of the ball
to
something
blue or something you can see.
No, mixing with the sky, can't see it. Next.
Dark blue.
No. What if it's a dark day? Cloudy?
Keep going.
Purple.
That would probably work, wouldn't it?
It's digging its own hole. This could just continue.
Use a purple ball. Yeah, good point. Well, I don't know why they don't.
And don't you think, like, he would... So if I couldn't see a ball, I wouldn't be like, oh, I'll just quit then and go and tell the papers. I'd be like, right, people who organise this tournament, colourblind, can't see this ball, come and change it. Yeah, fine, carry on. I don't think it got to a stage where he'd just been like, I'm not playing.
Yeah, I know. Well, you are right. I don't know why it's come this late. Well, no, it's not like late in a... I think this might be the opening match and they haven't really thought about it till now. He's the captain.
There's a chance to get balls. Like, he
they'd give the captain what they wanted, wouldn't they?
So you're agreeing?
Well, no, it's real. It's like last week.
You can't use that again, like, as if, like, this worked on me, so we're going to try and use it on Jamie.
I can't do quite a passionate plea as Jamie.
I feel like you are just using my tactics.
Yeah.
Well, I can't. It's a bit, yeah.
I think what happened is Chris thought he was trying to tell you it was fake, because if you listen back to this, I feel like he was sort of making all points to support that.
It being fake?
Yeah.
It's surprising because it's real. A fake story is not interesting, right? Because it didn't happen. Whereas it is interesting that this did happen, and why didn't they plan to have a purple ball or whatever?
It's usually your technique.
Yeah. But it's,
1 week later, he's not even tried to wait and do this a few episodes down the line.
That was a little bit annoying, to be honest.
I remember I used to be in the cricket team. They had to make up the numbers back in school.
That's why you were in it.
I didn't bat. I was 11th to bat.
What colour was your ball?
I can't remember.
Could you see it?
Red, dark red. They're really heavy leather. This is why I'm telling you the story, because someone, you went to bowl, batsman hit it, and it went straight back into his head. And poor old Stephen had blood running down his head. And
those balls are really hard, aren't they?
Who came up with that? It's massive, heavy leather ball.
Why does it have to be that hard? I've never understood that.
I know.
Me and my friends in high school, we found a cricket ball, and we created our own game called Painball.
Painball, okay.
And the idea of the game was that you chucked it at each other, and you got points if you hit people like in the legs. And we had to stop playing it because we hit my friend Jack in the ankle, and he limped for a week.
Oh shit!
Only at school would these things happen. Like you actually.
Yeah. What's it's the game as well where if you play headers and footers, and if you miss it, you have to put your hands against the wall and they kick at your arse. Everyone else has to kick the football at you.
That was probably just at you as well.
Seemed to happen a lot.
My favourite game that I played at school was when our teacher, not the children, decided that, you know, like when it gets to the end of term and you have an easy lesson, sometimes play a game or watch a film, she decided we were going to play Death Chair.
Oh, I love well.
Yeah, she called it Death Chair. It was a bit like musical chairs, but you had to jump on the chair. And she was like, guys, it's a bit dangerous. And the head teacher came in and was like, what are you doing? She was like, we're playing Death Chair.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, carry on, please. Unbelievably, I've got another story about Death Chair.
What? Really?
It's a game I used to play with my little sisters when they were, I don't know, 3 years old or
something. Was it the game I've described?
I wasn't really listening, actually, to that, because I was thinking of my own story.
Well, tell it, we'll let you know.
You tell. So I'd wait until I hear them in the hallway, right, come in, I don't know, opening the bedroom door and walking down the hallway, and my bedroom door was at the opposite end of the hallway. So I'd, like, wait for them to hear, and then I'd quickly like, spring it open and get my wheelie chair and, like, charge down at them, and they'd have to dodge. If they didn't dodge, just get whacked by the chair.
Both of you played very dangerous games.
Yeah.
Played another game in middle school. I don't know if it was racist or not, but it's called Chinese football.
It's not. It's not automatic. We've got
this
Chinese checkers.
Chinese
checkers is a thing, isn't it? Chinese whispers.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
There's basically 4 goals.
Depends what it is.
And whenever I tell anybody about it, nobody else has ever played it.
Right.
And basically, you all got given a number behind the bench, which was the goal. And if they said number 2, each team had a number 2, and they'd all run out, and you'd have to try and get the other guys out by hitting their bench.
Oh, right.
Sounds complicated, that one.
Chinese football.
It's more complicated.
It was a fun game.
That's interesting. Is it because Chinese checkers, it's got more sides than usual, and it sounds a bit like...
Maybe that's
got
why
more,
it's called Chinese
that
football.
That sounds like it's linked.
That's interesting, yeah. And Chinese whispers has got more whispers than usual.
Your little laugh after you said Chinese whispers.
I knew it was ridiculous.
I knew where it was going.
I'll call it fake.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was.
I can't remember the story.
Colourblind. Actually real. That was.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you kind of like, you did it to yourself using Jamie's technique, didn't you? Because it sounded like you were just doing it. I knew that it was true, and I was like, it's happened again, but I don't think Jamie's going to...
Yeah, it would happen to you twice.
Yeah.
I don't really understand how that can be real.
But yeah, maybe he just didn't talk to any of the officials.
Yeah, maybe.
Hopefully that's the case, and they didn't just say no.
That is a point to Hannah.
Yes.
Well, you know what comes after round 1?
Not round 2.
Isn't it?
No.
Oh, is it me?
Oh!
Yes. Okay,
It's like round 1.5. I love it.
Yeah.
It's the best bit.
I love snack bag.
I love that we all forget
Yeah,
that
including
there's
me.
something in between.
I know.
I feel like it's like we know there's something. We're like, something should be happening here.
Yeah.
So I've got my snack bag. So each week I bring my little snack bag. It's got some snacks in. And we eat some snacks. There's nothing more to say about that. Although we called it snack bag, so it's a bit like Newsbag.
And make everybody listen to this hungry.
Yes. So
Annoyed as we chomp on the microphones.
yeah, I don't know. I can't remember what's in there, and I don't know if they're going to be a soft, silent snack like last week. But
Okay.
go on, Jamie. I think it's your turn.
I think it's your turn.
Oh. I think it is, actually.
I think it is.
We all had a go.
Okay.
But do you want someone to hold... Jamie, can you reach out and hold...
Yeah, it feels like the better, more experience.
You know what's in there, actually? Can we put in a red herring?
Well, I'm going to see you put it in. If you just put the computer mouse in, I'm going to see it go in.
But first thing you feel, because you know what it is. Go on.
Okay.
Aim.
Oh.
Okay. Nice. Oh, we found...
I am going to be honest. I'm already conflicted by this snack because I love a Jaffa cake.
Yeah.
And these are Jaffa Cakes.
Mm-hmm. That's not all they are, though.
But they're cherry flavoured Jaffa Cakes.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I like Jaffa Cakes because they're orange flavoured, which I think I might. So I'm kind of excited and kind of a little bit nervous.
I'm nervous. Pepsi Max have just come out with their lime flavour.
We've just had some of that, haven't we? It's nice.
Yeah, which we've had. That's pretty good.
Open up the... what I'll do is I'll do this and then I'll put them in the middle. So go on, everyone. A cherry Jaffa Cake.
Chuck this one, Jimmy. Will you? Can't reach them.
Oh, those-
Another quiet snack as well.
Yeah.
Oh, spongy, aren't they?
Notoriously spongy.
They get taxed differently, don't they, to biscuits?
Do they?
Because they argue that they're cakes.
Oh, right.
But the best are... Oh, no, wait. I've forgotten it.
There's different tax rules on cakes and biscuits.
Yeah, why is that?
I think biscuits are considered more sweets or something. No, I'm not sure.
Okay,
Do you know what? That's actually quite good.
let me try it.
Cherry works.
Yeah, that's all right, actually. That's good.
I'm quiet.
Yeah, that's happy.
I'm happy with that. Am I one more then no more?
One more than no more, yeah.
That's what you used to say about snacks.
I've one more. As we munch on these delicious cherry... And these are cherry bakewells. Cherry Jaffa Cakes.
They're nice, actually.
They're good. We are going to move on to the real round 2, which is local stories. How's it work, Jamie?
Hannah and Chris are going to read a local story, and I'm going to judge which one I think was the best.
Yeah.
And best doesn't necessarily mean the most positive. Like, if you can argue, like, a shit story that's quite funny, you might win.
Mine's quite depressing. So,
I still not getting this picture serious story. We're going to get to the point where we're like, Chris.
but it's got a twist.
He actually said it was quite depressing before the podcast started. So you had time to find another one quickly.
I just get nervous about what it's going to be.
I'm a man of conviction.
But I don't know, do you start with that, Jamie, or do you come to it second? I don't know what's best.
I like to bring the tone down later, so...
Yeah, but I would like the tone to end on a positive, so I feel like I need you to go first.
I'm going to go first with this then.
I can't wait for this.
Okay. Thieves take NHS workers' bike worth £400.
Oh, Chris.
This is short and sweet. We're not going to spend too long on this. But
I'm feeling quite confident this week.
It's an NHS worker. She went in to get her nails done somewhere, and she came back out and her bike had been nicked. So this bike was this really nice blue one, and she said she got a load of compliments on it, wherever it went. Came back out and it had gone. But this is why it turns around.
Go on.
Moment of truth.
The thief left a bike in its place.
Oh, wow.
What kind
I wasn't
of
expecting
bike?
that.
So let me show.
But it has come back round a bit.
We're gonna do. Explain the picture. Jamie, what are you looking at?
A blue bike.
Yeah, chained to a.
Changed like a lamppost and got a carrier bag on it.
Yeah, would you describe it as quite a nice looking bike?
Yeah, it looks fine.
Yeah.
These are very leading questions.
So that's the one that was unfortunately stolen, worth £400.
Okay.
Here's the one they left in its place.
Right.
Can I see?
So there you go.
Bit more bland.
Yeah.
Why have they done? It's still an alright
Still
bike.
a usable bike, yeah.
Yeah. The only thing is
Is
how
this the story? Is that the whole story?
it's when she said she was heartbroken to lose her £400 Pride and Joy bike. It is annoying because she's also an NHS worker, so we've been working bloody hard. Didn't have a bike, and now she says I'm going to have to take the bus. You don't. You've got to use that.
Why did they so they must have... It's a very strange thing to have done.
Yeah.
They obviously wanted that exact blue bike.
They're taking a piss. Oh, I I know what's happened. The thief was on his bike, which is a shitty black one. Just take that for DNA.
Yeah, like, surely they could find out who that bike is. If they're not found, does it say if they found the person? It's
No, there's like nothing there. Oh, I'm scrolled down a bit more. There is some more, actually. No, appeal for information. Her name is Sabjun Bogdate. Almost certainly pronounced that wrong, sorry.
Jamie, I hope you're recognising how little effort Chris is putting into this.
No, I'm not. I think she worked at Great Yarmouth Hospital. One of them. No, she lived at Great Yarmouth and used it to get to Galston Hospital.
It feels like Chris has only just found this story.
Yeah.
I hope she's got it back and she's got a bike.
Also, just some notes for the listeners. Before we started this, and before Chris said that this was a depressing story, he ran to the living room trying to find this story, and then ran upstairs to try and find this story.
He did.
So I could already tell there wasn't going to be much preparation.
What were you looking for? Your iPad?
Did you see that picture?
Yes,
the blue bike.
You're trying to prove to the world, I'm not the judge, but I don't even feel like I need to
I think it's going to have a happy ending because the bike that was left in its place is going to be covered in DNA.
It's going to have a happy ending. Isn't a happy ending right now.
But it will be.
And it's still really sad that she's had a bike stolen.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah.
There's one way that you could have saved this for me.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd have read it beforehand.
Yeah, I did. Some of it.
You could have maybe started a GoFundMe for this nurse.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea.
To get a bike.
This is only published last week.
Yeah. So if you'd have read it.
Yeah.
Or if it had been we'd have all been feeling a bit crap about it, and then Chris would have gone, but guess what, guys? I've tracked the bike down, it's in the house, and we're off now to deliver it to the lady who's lost the bike.
You'd have won the whole series with that.
It's funny you should say that, Han.
Yeah. It's not here, is it?
Did you steal it?
Imagine that. Would I get the point or not? I'll give it back.
You'd have lost a lot of points.
Can you just scrape DNA? So I don't have a criminal record, right?
Yeah.
If they found my DNA, would they even know it belonged to me? Is there a database?
They need a record, don't you?
Yeah, they need a record of your...
So they presumably don't just have my DNA for no reason.
But it's worth doing, isn't it? For
Acting shifty now.
You seem to have a lot of questions on this. I don't think I need to say anything more because I think I've
If this is a common theme, if you can provide an update at a later date, there's a chance you might get a point.
Okay, then let me...
At a later date, meaning no, look at him desperately looking.
Well, I'm just going to Google her name.
Right.
This is from my favourite, the Wotton and Swaffham Times, which I absolutely love. Oh dear, DEER. Munch Jack escorted out of Tesco after sprinting into bakery.
What was a Munch Jack?
Yeah.
Was that a deer?
Type of deer.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to start with...
that explains the headline.
I'm going to start with a picture, Jamie. Can you describe what's happening here?
Wow.
He started laughing. I've not seen it. Go on, explain it to me.
There's a bald security guard wearing a mask. Good.
Yeah, I liked the head of mask on.
Yeah.
Literally carrying a Munch Jack out of a Tesco. It does look like he's weirdly been green screened, that fridge.
Oh, it does weird. It's past all the
The
orange
light
juice.
is different to him.
It does. It looks like... I just like how seriously he's taken it.
He's carrying it under his arm, isn't he?
I thought I'd give you the picture so you can have it in your head. What I like about the story, other than it's quite a good headline anyway, is that one of the shoppers in the shop kind of gave her account of the events, and most of the story is her words. I just think she's done a good job of telling the story.
Okay.
So if you're okay, I'm going to read it in...
Because you've got a great track record of reading out your articles for the first... You haven't read it yet, have you?
Yeah, Amira.
I'm on thin ice.
You're on extremely thin ice.
Go on.
So it's from Amira. I'm going to read out Amira's words.
Yeah.
I popped to Tesco between beauty clients and picking up my kids from school, and had just walked in. I saw a woman in a bit of a flap call the security guard over, and so instinctively I walked back to the entrance. Part of me thinks sometimes when this happens, the journalists have their own way of the words in.
What about the entrance? Why? Because to get away from the scene of the crime.
At this point, Amira doesn't know. She's walked in, and this woman's just in a flap.
Yeah.
So she started to walk back. She's like, well, what am I walking into in this Tesco? What's going on? I saw a load of adults running and then saw this Munch Jack deer run towards me. My instinct was to try grabbing it, but I hesitated because it looked petrified. At this stage, we get another picture of the security guard I think it's the same picture, but from a further distance with the Munch Jack. But I like that it gives you the setting of Tesco, so it gives you like.
He's obviously in the fresh.
Gives you the bigger picture.
Yeah.
The fresh aisle. Yeah. Juices.
There's a bit more. Oh, and then the journalist adds in that it looks like the famous.
Sorry, Jamie keeps looking over. He's giving the look.
He's so happy with yourself.
There's something going on with these two.
So you get a good view of the fresh juices. He just looks so happy.
That's a good title, though.
Yeah.
Get a good look at the fresh juices.
That could be the title, yeah. Sorry, right, continue. I'm behaving.
The EDP journalist has a bit in about it looking like Bambi. Fine.
Yeah.
Amira comes back in. Because the floor was so smooth and it only has little claws, it was skating along. It was actually very funny as well as a bit scary. So I feel like Amira's having a bit of a...
That's good. This is less depressing than mine.
There's another picture.
Okay,
It's the same picture. This time, zoomed out a bit more so we can see another trolley stacking some extra products for the shop. But it is the same picture.
I see how they cut it out, actually. It gets in the way.
Yeah,
it's like chocolate mousse on top of
they
it.
should have stuck with the first one.
Yeah.
This is my favourite bit from Amira. So not many people had seen it at first. So when I shouted, "Stop the deer!" everybody looked at me like I was crazy. Of course they did.
Oh.
If you walked to Tesco and hadn't seen the deer and you saw a lady shouting, "Stop the deer,"
You'd be a little bit concerned / confused.
I'd literally be assuming an old lady is trying to steal something.
Yeah, stop the deer.
Stop the deer.
Or maybe they go, it's a bit dear, isn't it, in Tesco? Is it expensive? Yeah.
Play on words.
Yeah.
You look so pleased with yourself again.
I'm on 4, aren't I? What's it about your dad? He did... We bring up your dad a lot.
Yeah.
We need to get him on. Because he did... he got obsessed with this phrase.
Oh, so we were playing... I don't know if anyone's ever played categories. So... Basic premises of the game is you get a list of things that say like things that are sticky, games, famous landmarks.
Yeah.
I started with an odd one there.
Yeah.
And then you roll a dice that's loads of letters on and the letter's D, so everyone has to go down the list.
Okay, yeah, I played that. Just didn't call it that.
Yeah.
So we were playing one day and we rolled the dice and it was an F, and one of the things was famous catchphrases came around. My dad was like, "Follow that camel," and everyone was like,
No,
"What? That's
no
ridiculous. It's not a famous
You can't
catchphrase."
have a point, yeah.
And you can see his eyes going like, "Oh, yeah, no, that's ridiculous." 3 years later, me and Chris were watching Pointless. Famous phrases came up. "Follow that camel" was a real phrase. And all these years, we've made my dad feel stupid for that moment.
Yeah. We've been ripping it into him all this time.
Why is it famous? Who said it?
It's on some TV show or something.
Oh.
Mike, if you could email in, explain where you heard "follow that camel" and what you think it means, and we can give an update next week.
"Follow that camel and stop the deer" sound like they should be some like children's books. Like this should be a series of children's books.
Got something else on deer as well, because they... I don't know if Bambi was kind of factually accurate, but...
Obviously not.
Bambi's mum gives birth to Bambi, right?
Yeah.
And he just like jumps off, starts running around. I think deers are like that, right? Mm. They're really...
But he does famously like keep falling over. Like that's the famous scene in Bambi. He doesn't just get up and he's got no qualms.
But compared to a human baby, we are useless when we're born.
That is true.
Absolutely useless. We can't do shit all.
I mean, imagine a baby...
Yeah, you could do that.
A baby human trying to run around Tesco. They wouldn't have done as well as this Munch Jack did.
Skating around.
No. Last bit of Amira's account, I think you'll like. "I went along the top of the aisles while the security guard went along the bottom." So I like the idea that they're both trying to catch this Munch Jack.
It's like Sherlock Holmes dodging.
"And I saw the dip, peg it into the bakery and everyone cracked up. Maybe it just wanted a donut." And that's your story. There's a few more pictures that go along. It's basic. Oh, it has. The next picture is zoomed out again.
Wow.
To get some people in. So there's 5 pictures and they've all zoomed out further of the man.
All of the same thing.
But I do think the security guard is taking his job very seriously.
Yeah, he has.
What I really like about that story is the idea of loads of adults running away from something, almost like a Godzilla film. But it's a little deer.
It's a deer, yeah. Oh, imagine the shadows are really big on the wall because it's like lit from down low. What is it in Jurassic Park? Dinosaurs around the kitchen. And they're all trying to hide from the deer by jumping into the juices. Fridge.
But instead of the security guard and the woman going from aisle to aisle.
Looking for the Munch Jack.
Around.
And I really love the woman's like, she keeps changing her emotions from being like, oh, this is hilarious, to being like, oh, it looks a bit scary. Like, she keeps changing her mind on it.
She had a lot of instincts, didn't she? Her first instinct was to just leave. Yeah. Just leave the shop as soon as she saw a woman in a flap. Because that's what a nice thing to do, isn't it? When you see a woman that needs help.
Yeah, just leave.
Just leave them. Second, you see a deer, her instinct was to pick it up.
But then she thought it looked terrifying.
But then thought better. So you're willing to help a deer that looks a bit, you know...
What if this lady was just like erratic and running at you?
Freaking out, yeah.
Shouting, stop that deer.
Yeah, fair enough, I'd run away.
No, the only other bit I want to add before... Yeah.
Comment of the story?
Point for my story. It's not a comment of the story, which I was surprised at because I thought there would be.
There might be a comment. I might have none, by the way. I looked. So.
I just think the word Munch Jack is the best word I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, Munch Jack.
Yeah, so that's that.
This is cheese, isn't there? Monterey Jack. Oh.
We'll move on from that. I think it's pretty obvious who's won this one.
Yeah, sorry, Han. Yeah. How many points? Do I get 1 or 2? Or?
Hannah's won this round. And now I'm going to give Hannah 2 points, actually.
Is that because of the difference in the stories?
Why? Difference in the stories, and there was an ounce of preparation in yours versus Chris didn't even realise when his ended.
And also stated that it was a depressing story before the...
Several times.
Sorry for warning you about it. Sorry for letting you know what to expect. I thought you might appreciate that.
Well, no, because I enjoy when you've got a depressing story, because it seems to happen a lot, but you don't realise until about halfway through.
Well, that one time, and then the last time was and it turned out it was in like £5,000 of drug debt.
I like it when Chris...
great.
When this happens, then Chris listens to our story. So, for example, this one about a cheery deer, and you can see his eyes like, pitched better.
I could see it, yeah.
Didn't I win the news game as well?
Did you?
3-0.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because Jamie got it wrong.
Oh, you didn't convince me. Do you want to lose a point?
You're pushing it.
You didn't have it already.
Might as well. Go on. Take 1 off me. Take 4 off me. Go on.
Headlines.
Oh, should we do some headlines?
Yes. Yeah. Headlines. Can I get another Jaffa Cake before? We're mine, not each.
Yeah. Yeah, can I have a Jaffa Cake, please? Yep. They're pretty tasty, these.
Yeah, they are. And they're a good quiet snack for headlines.
Yeah. Cheers.
I love that Jamie enjoys teasing you with food.
He does. He puts it just out of reach.
I didn't actually mean to that time. It's because the microphone.
Hang on. We can't do round 3 until I've got a little bit in your bag.
Have you?
I had a couple of emails in today. It wasn't today. So these are from Rebecca.
Who's Rebecca?
Rebecca. Or Becky. I don't know why I called you Rebecca.
You just called your sister Rebecca to make it sound like we had another listener.
Rebecca. Sorry, it's Becky. It's because her email calls her Rebecca Pickering. So these are... I don't know if she realised, but she sent me in 2 stories, both about cannabis. One of them, I love this one. So the police raided this house, and all the people inside started chucking all their cannabis out the window to avoid getting caught. Police found it all. And they got a fine or something. But that's not even why the police were there in the first place. They were called on some other reason. It didn't say. But
also, if you chuck it out of the window, where the police are, what? Yeah. They just make it rain cannabis on them.
It's, look out below. Just don't look what it is. But I'm showing some things.
Did it say why they were going round?
Don't think so.
That's amazing.
It was. I think they were given a false address. So as in they thought. Don't know. It doesn't say. And then another story. Apparently this happened just around near where Becky lives. So she used to live in Leamington when she went to uni.
Very good.
At Warwick. Same one as me. So here they closed down a Leamington motorbike showroom and was put to a different use by criminals as a cannabis factory. Start churning it out. They discovered £360,000 worth of... oh no, that's what the building was worth.
This bit needs to go. Well, I've won your bag.
One of the rooms contained 241 young cannabis plants. Another one had a fully grown 188.
You know what they should have done when the police turned up?
What?
Chucked it out the window.
That's quite a lot.
Out the warehouse.
I wasn't here for that, but...
So to have a look at your bikes.
Yeah. Right, well, we move on to round...
Thanks, Becky.
Yeah, thank you, Becky.
But I like getting stories from all over the country. It shows that we're not alone in having no news in Norfolk.
Yeah, we're not the only place with slow news days, are we?
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Send them in. Send in your stories to newsbagpodcast@gmail.com. And while you're there, why don't you pop on over to Instagram and give us a little follow. And there's loads of stuff going on, isn't there, Hannah?
Oh, it's tons.
Would you put out a photo of you at your microphone doing a David Brent face?
Yeah, I realised I haven't put it out for a while, so I should put something
Do that,
on.
yeah.
There's a close-up of snacks. Sometimes you get a snack picture.
Get a photo of some snacks.
Yeah.
What more do you need?
I think we're going to take a picture of this later, aren't we?
Yeah.
And we're not going to tell you what that is, so you have to check our Instagram out to see what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Mystery.
David was holding something up there.
Yeah.
Let's do the final round 3. And
Headlines.
Jamie's got some headlines for us, I hope.
Sure do, because I am prepared for this.
All prepared.
Right, headlines. What blamed as fire crews rushed to restaurant?
A fire?
No.
Oven.
No.
Match?
Pizza.
No.
Munch Jack.
No.
Leaving the gas on?
No. It is an animal.
Is it?
It's a little...
Should we have one guess?
Fox.
Yeah.
Fox.
What? No. Birds.
No. And fly in Zappa.
Oh, right.
Fly in Zappa. Is that... No, say that again. A fly in a
Fly
Zappa.
in Zappa blamed as fire crews rushed to restaurant. So basically they thought that there was a fire, but actually it turns out that a fly was just zapped and there was no fire.
I thought you were going to say it started a fire. But they love them, don't they? They fly in. You think they would have learned.
So it wasn't blamed for the fire, it was blamed for a fire call-out.
The call out, yeah. In fact, to be Jamie's defence, he didn't ever say there was a fire. That was my first guess.
What seen off Norfolk coast?
The sun.
Whale.
No.
Oh, a murder unfolding.
Ooh, off the coast.
Oil tanker.
Rubber dinghy.
Chris was sort of close, but I'm not going to give you it.
When I said, cruise ship.
So it's a ship, but it's something about the ship.
Burning ship. Sinking ship.
Big ship.
No.
Could have been sinking.
Could have been big on a slow day, couldn't
I'll
it?
give
Big
you
ships.
one more guess.
See-through ship.
No, but you're the closest, so I'll give you half a point.
Give me a whole one. For
Closest
No.
was see-through.
Hovering ship.
It's not close, is it? But I can see why you're giving it
Yeah,
half
I
a
feel
point.
sorry for him. Basically, a puzzling optical illusion has been glimpsed off the Norfolk coast. Basically, the sea looks a similar shade to the sky, so it looks like the ship is.
That does look quite good, actually.
Oh, weird. Yeah.
Yarmouth ready for summer tidal wave of what?
Pollen.
No,
That was my first thought.
Bees.
no,
Tourists.
no, but it is related to tourists.
Music. Summer tidal wave of just people.
No,
Swallows. It's a bird, right? Because of migrating.
I already told you it's related to tourists.
I didn't hear that, but because of the...
Money. Just influx of money.
No, take away litter.
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah.
depressing, isn't it?
Raft of new measures, including a litter hit squad.
Oh my god, please tell me there's a picture of the litter hits.
At larger seafront bins are preparing to tackle a tidal wave of takeaway trash in Great Yarmouth.
Yeah, they do that, don't they? People turn up and then... We're the worst.
is bad.
Brits abroad.
Yeah.
I hate it when you see just British people
Yeah.
being...
This could probably be a throwback to like season 1, but that's probably going to not help their seagull issue.
Oh, it's not, is it? It's going to make it a lot worse.
Another great
Do you think
throwback.
their seagull problem's still a problem?
Didn't they bring out... They tried to fix seagull problem by bringing in, like, golden eagles.
It's like a fake
right.
eagle, wasn't it? That like...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what was that? The phrase? They had a pun, didn't they, on their little leaflet?
Didn't it like put the blame onto people for like leaving stuff out? It put the blame back onto the everyday man.
Yeah, the everyday man. Joe Blogs.
Age 49.
So I think it's safe to say Hannah's won this.
Yes!
I think it was very easy for you to win this one.
Well, I don't mind. I still had fun. I had a good time. Yeah, I don't mind. Hannah can win. That's fine.
Yeah, I didn't win last time.
You didn't win before. And
can't win every time.
I like my bike story.
Good someone did.
You know what I should have done was make that cannabis story, the local
Oh,
story.
I should have stolen
Make that
one of
steal
your sister's
Becky's-
stories.
Becky, can you send some more in, please? Because I'm going to need them for next time. Because I can't find British stories.
That's really strange. Oh, next time.
Oh, no, time. Got a bit weird, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that has been a joy. Thank you very much. Thank you all for your stories, and thank you for listening. You know where to find us. We're on Instagram and on YouTube now. We're putting these up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Although I don't know why I said that. Because if you heard that, you've obviously found a way to listen. So just carry on doing that, wherever that is. And,
Subscribe if you haven't.
Yeah.
Yep.
Subscribe. I don't really know what that means. Hit subscribe though.
Yeah, please do.
Then you'll get notified.
Every time we put up a post, an ep. And with that, our news bag is empty. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.